Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Apex Investor for Monday, March the 15th, 2021. I'm phasing out Volume Kings. We're going to look instead at the most shorted stocks on the stock market, and these are good plays. So, Geo, the Geo Group is an American healthcare company. You can see their market cap is just under $1 billion. Their volume is pretty good, including the average volume. It is closer to being overbought, however. Again, this is one of the most shorted stocks in the stock market. Looks like 28% short float. We have 74, almost 75% institutional ownership, which is very good. And the 52-week range is 670 to 1545. Now, if we look at the chart here, it last traded at 824. So this is a very good play. I would be cautious, however, because again, this is one of the most shorted stocks in the stock market. This is the previous 11, 10 years for the stock. So I think what needs to happen for the stock is we need to get the attention of Wall Street Bets. We need people to really uh, increase volume. We need much more volume for the stock. I know look, 5 million is good, but you know what? I'm not sure what's going to bring it up, to be honest, because looking at the low in 2016, this looked like the bottom, $11. Whereas when it hit that bottom, if you look at this chart, it dropped way down and then went all the way up to $33. So then dropped again and bounced up to 27 and dropped, went up, dropped, went up, dropped, went up, but the support kept getting lower. And we could see it's like being shorted into oblivion. So, time will tell. I think if you decide to buy this stock, this is a very, very long-term play. You might have to hold on to this stock for I don't know, 5 years. This is going to be a long play. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. Maybe people will wake up and just, buy and hold and put pressure on the short sellers to cover their shorts. And I mean, this could go back up to, at least 20. I think 20 is realistic, but let's say 15. 15, 20 is realistic, but it's going to take a while. So I would buckle up for that one. Don't be impatient with this one, but I'm going to keep an eye on Geo. That's an interesting play. So let me put that in my list for my Apex Investor stocks. Next stock is VIVE or Viveve Medical, American healthcare company. Their market cap is under 28 million, so it's a risky play. However, their institutional ownership also very low. That's a risky play. It's a very risky play. It's very heavily shorted, and it's not overbought or oversold. It's kind of in the between. Volume is okay. I don't even know why I'm recommending this, but 254 to 1450. So 348. It's going to be interesting to say the least. So why I am recommending this is because it is a heavily shorted stock. Again, 26% short float. It's one of the most shorted stocks in the stock market as well. Looking at this chart here, you can see that, you know what, it could explode someday. We don't know when. I mean, this is back in July of, I don't know what year, 2019, I think. So this is also a long play. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with this. I'm not going to keep my eye on this. It just looks like looks like a dead cat, as Trey says. It's a dead cat. This might be a dead cat. I don't know. You'd have to be very, very patient with this one, and it's a very risky play. It hit the bottom at 254 not too long ago, and I don't know where this is going. I really don't. I don't know. I'm very cautious with this one, so I don't even know why I'm recommending it, but maybe keep an eye on it, and we'll see what happens with that. And I mean, it did go to 1440. When did that happen? Right here in the middle of August for whatever reason. Nobody really knows. Just went pump and dump. I don't know. I'd be careful with this. I'm not going to put my list, but interesting to see that. Okay, next is KPTI, Karyopharm Therapeutics, a biotech company in America. Market cap just under a billion. Pretty good so far. Institutional ownership 82, 88%. That's great. It's got two check marks. RSI, it's right in between. That's okay. Short float 25%. That's great. If we can believe these numbers, that is. Um, the volume is pretty good as well. And the 52 week 1057 to 2598. It's just over the 52 week low. So, you know what? This has a lot of potential. Looking at, I think this could definitely get to at least 14. 14 is realistic. So from 12 to 14, actually, it's not that much money. um, hmm. Okay, let's look back at the weekly. See if there's, I want to see if there's potential in this one. It's pretty exciting to look at these heavily shorted stocks. Okay, so I don't know, maybe it could go to 25, perhaps. Was that 25 just last March? But this could also go really low. It could go down to below 10, possibly. Um, I wouldn't buy this, to be honest. I'd probably wait for it to go to 10. But it's, again, an interesting stock to watch. These shorted stocks could explode at any given moment. So, looking at the monthly chart, yeah, this stock was at one point very high, but it's in dark days right now. But that's also this is a long play. This is not a short-term play. You'd have to really put in your money and just forget about it and just wait for your uh, target price to hit. Your price alert to notify you that it's hit in the 20s. But again, I don't think this is a great play, but it's interesting to watch. Okay, next one, ESPR, Esperion Therapeutics, market cap just under a billion, and the shorts float are 38%. It's one of, I think, is number one in the list, according to Yahoo's stock screener. And the 52-week range, 2390 to 53. So it's above 23. I wouldn't say it's too far. It's too far from that it's too expensive, I'm trying to say. But this could definitely go to, I'm going to say at least 60. Looks like 60 to 70. It could go up as high as 60 to 70. So you could double your money with this play. But it's interesting to watch. Again, if this really gets short squeezed, this could get up to 100. So this is also an interesting play. It's probably one of the more interesting ones because it is so heavily shorted. I think this, along with the Geo, should come to the attention of WallStreetBets in order for it to have a change of not fate, but change of luck. I don't know. I don't believe in luck, but just have a change of course. So ESPR, that's all I'm going to say about that one. And next one, last one here is TMBR, Timber Pharmaceuticals. Again, a American biotech company. A lot of them seem to be biotech companies that are heavily shorted. Market cap under 40, just over 42 million. Their ownership, institutional ownership is, I'll just say IO. The IO is 10%, and we see 36% shorts floating. That's pretty high, and the volume is good. It's right in the middle there. It's probably closer to oversold in my opinion, or I mean overbought. And the 52-week range, 67 cents to 1044. Last traded at 246. So this is an interesting play. This could explode as well. I don't know, or it could go even lower. To be honest, I would wait for it to go down to $1. I feel like it could get a little bit lower for me before I would invest in this company. So I think that's all I'll mention for these most shorted stocks. So these are the value picks, most shorted stocks. Are moving on to the top losers now. Okay, so for value picks, I'm not going to be doing the most shorted stocks every day. As you can see, it's very time consuming. I'll probably do it every Monday, once a week, or maybe once a month, but we'll look into those not every day. And the top loser for today is also a meme stock. It's GameStop, the Bitcoin of the stock market. Uh, it's one of the most shorted stocks on the stock market still to this day. And so if we look at GameStop, just looking at today, uh, they were trading between 206 to 283, which uh, is a good thing because this is a dip. This is the buy the dip opportunity. So I'm going to buy some more tomorrow for sure, uh, especially with what's going to happen this Friday with the quadruple witching hour. This is going to be, it's not going to stay at this level. It's going to go much higher than this by the end of this week. So this is a fire sale right now for GameStop. And just looking at what happened today, it opened at 277, so it will be on the SSR tomorrow. So it would be a good idea to just buy it right away and market open, since they can only short sellers can only short on the uptick. And the days range again, 206 to 283. I would just buy it right away and market open. I don't really see it going much lower. Maybe it could go down to 206 possibly again, or 200, maybe even 180. But to be honest, I'm just going to pick up some right away and market open. It's going to see a surge because it is the top loser for today. So it most likely will make up this 44, maybe even more than this uh, in the first hour, or at least during the trading session. We will see a recover back to 260 most likely. Um, Volume was good, 23 million. I mean, less than the average, but still healthy volume. And there's going to be presentations from Ryan Cohen. I believe that's coming up, I think, next week, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's for the earnings date of all things. So that would be next um, Thursday, or next Tuesday. Next Tuesday would be the earnings after the market closes. So yeah, that's what happened with GameStop today. And after hours, as you can see, it's at 216. So it dipped a little bit, just 0.02%. And let's look at the rest of the meme stocks. So the big loser for today was GameStop again, with almost 17% of a decrease today. The big winner is AMC. And so a lot of people were saying, oh, these two stocks are like Siamese twins. They go up together, they go down together. Well, clearly, we've been seeing in the last week or two, maybe even a fortnight, that AMC and GME are no longer attached at the hip. We can see that AMC did the opposite today, went up 25%. And as I've mentioned in my channel, that I've sold all my AMC shares, my 1,000 shares. So if I had stayed in AMC, I would be worth 14,000 using just 1,000 times 14. However, my portfolio, even though GameStop dropped today, I'm still worth more than that. So I made a good decision regardless that it dropped. I'm still at 17,000. So I would still be worth more if I had stayed in AMC. So a lot of people are so bullish on AMC, and I've been saying all over in the internet and comments and things like that, that AMC and GameStop are both great stocks. If you want your money to be safe from a potential stock market crash, put your money in AMC or GameStop or both, because AMC is only going to go to the moon. And that moon, in my mind, is, it's going to smash 20. It's going to go most likely to between 30, 40, 50. Maybe the ceiling is 100. I know people are saying 2,000 when I think is a big joke. It's not going to happen. I'll bet you $2,000 it's not going to 2,000. So if anybody wants to take me up on that bet, PM me, DM me, whatever, and we'll make that bet. And you owe me $2,000 if it doesn't happen in the next year, and I owe you 2,000 if it does. So that's a really good bet to take. Okay, um, and the 52-week range. Oh, we're not looking at the 52-week. We're looking at the days range, 1185 to 1449. So it opened at 1185, or opened just around there, and just stayed up. It stayed up, and the volume was massive today, 277. So it's back to like meme levels when it was at near the around the short squeeze or the gamma squeeze. When that happened, it's back around where it was. Um, what else to say about this? Okay, people are wondering, okay, why did this happen? Why did it just surge all of a sudden? Well, the stimulus checks arrived for a lot of people in America, and they decided to put that stimulus money into AMC, and rightly so, because look, if they bought, most of them bought early in the morning, right at the open, they would have made, depending on how many stocks they bought, say they got 1,000 shares, or just if they just bought, using the 1,400, they bought around 100 shares. That makes sense. Yeah, 100 shares. So 100 or more, they would have made 100 times $3. So they would have made $300. They would have been $300 richer just on today. And I heard Uncle Bruce talking about AMC and saying that he would cash out as soon as possible because this is not looking like the shorts are, they haven't entered this, uh, they didn't short it yet on this day. They didn't short today. And I agree with him. To be honest, I would also sell like right away, first thing in the morning, um, and then buy the dip. So I would sell it and then buy the dip because it is going to go down. It isn't going to stay up. I mean, you could see it's only went down. It only went down 4 cents, but that's an indicator that even the after hours people are not very bullish on it. They're somewhat cautious because AMC going up 25% is very unusual, especially in light of how GameStop and AMC seem to be tied together in what they do and how they, relate to one another. So yeah, I would sell this right away at 14, whatever they open with, and to be honest, I'd probably put a sell at between 13.50 to 14, and then buy it up when it drops down to like 10, 11, because it's going to be a stock you could just keep buying and reselling. And I know people say don't do that, but I mean, you can you can dream about the squeeze or you can believe in that, and that's your choice. It's no problem with that. But if you want to, be smart about it and and make some profit, then you can do that as well. So you can choose either or, whatever you like to do. It's your decision. But I think it would be wise to do that. That's what the stock market's for. It's not about just holding, buying and holding. It's about selling and then buying again. I understand people say that short sellers, they only have so much stock to go around, but I mean that's the way the stock market works. If there's no volatility, if it doesn't go up and down, then it's gonna stay stagnant, like kind of like how it was today. It just kind of traded sideways. Um, so that's not. This isn't a. It's a good day, but it also isn't a good day. It's a good day because it went up and it finished on a high, 25%. But it's also bad because that means this is very much vulnerable for the shorts to attack it tomorrow. It's not on an SSR list. This could go right back down to 11, $10. And I predict it will go down to at least 12. It's not going to stay. It's not going to stay at 14. I'm pretty sure it'll go back down, but it might go up. I mean, it depends. If everyone holds, if all the retail investors hold, I don't think it will go down. But if some people are selling and they're buying again, and if the hedge funds attack it, then yeah, it might go down no matter what we do, even if we hold or what. So again, very risky thing to just hold this uh, completely. Maybe even sell half your shares or a portion, and then buy back at the dip. Because again, very risky play with AMC going up that high with very little resistance. Very little resistance. Okay, I think that's all I'll say about AMC. Let's look at the rest of the meme stocks. I didn't take a look at this in advance, so it's going to take a little bit of time for me. Oh, SOS is up 23%. This is a great stock. I really wish I, in hindsight, this is a great stock. I mean, I did badmouth SOS and Canon, both Chinese companies, I believe, and both in the Bitcoin industry. Both are very good stocks. I wish I had bought either or. These are very long-term plays. I can see them both going to triple digits in the future. That's how bullish I am on these two. But again, I'm still in the GME AMC boat. I'm waiting for that to end its course, and that might take months or maybe even a year. But I don't see it going for 2 years. Um, the meme thing. SOS and Canon are pretty good stocks again. Okay, moving on. B Square is up 27%. That's a big winner today. B Square is a good stock. Wow. Who would have guessed? And then AMC. Okay, so we're going to go to Reddit now. Okay, I just wanted to address the infighting. There's been a lot of infighting with the GME and AMC people. Apes, we are one. We're one ape group. Okay, apes together strong. Look at my hand. I'm turning into an ape. Okay, apes together strong. Apes divided weak. Like just don't split. Like the sticks, we got to stay together. We're strong together. Um, we're all in the same boat. AMC, GME, the meme stocks. Our enemy is the hedge funds, are the short sellers. That's our enemy. It's not each other. Yeah, I'm jealous you guys AMC stock went up. I'm jealous. But then again, you were jealous too. And if you're just an AMC person, you were probably jealous when GameStop went to almost 300. I mean, yeah, there's jealousy all around. So why not invest in both? There's no law against that. So I just wanted to address that, and also that I'm turning to an ape. So you can see that. Apex. I put the ape in Apex Investor. Okay, so you're gonna see me turn to a gorilla slowly and slowly. All right, let's read this Wall Street Bets form. Citadel just borrowed $600 million. Wow. And Wall Street Bets raised 200,000 for a gorilla charity. That's amazing. That's what this movement is about. It's about making the world a better place. Okay, so just for the record, I'm very happy that we adopted gorillas. Wall Street Bets users adopted actual gorillas. This is really heartwarming. I mean, it's very good. There's really nothing much to say about this. Just that this is great. This is wonderful. This is what the world needs. More things like this. Positive vibes. People doing good things with their money. Okay, I'm gonna pause again. Okay, this is something. CNBC is using GME as a market index. That's hilarious. That's amazing. I love it. I normally don't like the MSM, but this is great. They showed the Dow Jones, they showed Bitcoin, they showed the Nasdaq, and they showed GameStop of all things. I was saying the GameStop. It's the GameStop is the Bitcoin of the stock market, and they just proved it. They proved me right there. CNBC. So thank you, CNBC. Credit where credit is due. So thank you very much for that. I normally don't like you all, but that was funny. Jim Cramer's claiming that we love him. No, we hate him. That's no joke. We don't hate you. We do hate you. You're a shill. You're the shill of shills. You're the king of shills. You're not even a king. You're paid shill. Okay, that's it. End of story. I'm not gonna get mad about it. It's just he presents himself as a professional when he really doesn't know. Not that he doesn't know anything, but he is being paid by the hedge funds to push the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So I see right through him. and I think a lot of us do. So I have a few announcements to make. Look at these diamond hands. And I'm going to be going to AMC subreddit for the first time in my channel's history. So let's look at this post first before we move on to GME subreddit and then the AMC subreddit. So it says here, I don't know what it means, but take an upvote. Okay, so according to plan means that this squeeze is happening. It's definitely happening. I mean, look, this was the short squeeze, or not short squeeze. So this was the gamma squeeze in January. This is where we are right now. Okay. And it didn't even start yet. It didn't start. So you can bet this is going to $1,000. It's not even a joke. I mean, $1,000 is lowballing it. 10,000 is getting into serious territory. This could go to 10,000 and make the 2008 Volkswagen squeeze, which went to almost €1,000, look tiny in comparison. So that's all for Wall Street Bets. We're going to look at the GameStop GME subreddit and then the AMC one, if there's anything worthwhile. Okay, here's a pretty interesting post. Well, not interesting, but just a cool one. Anyone else at a new level of chill now with the GME, and this person doesn't check the price every second? They don't even worry when it dips. They're just holding and waiting. It's going to happen, the squeeze, when it's good and ready. No need to stress. And yeah, I'm the same way. I don't stress out about it. I mean, the first time around, then, we didn't know what to expect, that it could ever come back. And, because it came back from $35, $38 all the way up to almost 300, we know this is a very strong stock and we're unshakable now. Okay. We're not going to see a repeat of Robinhood again. Okay. Let's move on. Yeah, it says, thank you, hedge funds, for this opportunity to sell AMC with profit and put it into GME on sale. And to be honest, maybe I should have held my AMC a little bit longer and then sold it today and then bought it all with GameStop on the dip. So whatever. I mean, that's all done. So we have a total of 3 posts to read, and then we're moving on to AMC subreddit. And then we're going to close the video. Reminder, the 19th of March is not the last possible date of a squeeze, and the retards spamming that date like it's a fact are doing more harm than good. The more we miss those deadlines with end of day price calls in the money, the further the squeeze gets pushed out, and the more the even bigger retards paper hand on those dates, the even further it'll be. Buy, hold, be patient. This is not investment advice. And I just like to add, I think, hey, it's Pixel and Renzel predictions on when the gamma squeeze, short squeeze occurs is irresponsible. GameStop should not be an echo chamber. I'm still appreciative of their efforts. And I want to also reiterate that I am also not an advisor of finance nor an expert. So whatever you do, I'm not liable for it, and just sharing my opinions. Um, I also agree with this person that it's not that it's irresponsible. It's just their opinion. So you do what you want with it. I mean, they did their DD, their due diligence, or their deep dive, or whatever you call it. Personally, I also agree with this poster that the 19th is not the last possible date. It is a possible date, but it's not the last one. It's only the beginning of bigger things. So we could see a gamma squeeze. We could see a mini gamma squeeze, whatever. We're going to see something on Friday. We don't know what, but we have to wait and see. And then the following Fridays are all going to be very interesting. So let's look at the comment here. Buy and hold. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. All right. Next post says, if you ask yourself what's going on, GME is being shorted through XRT. And I agree with this person. Very good post. Not only XRT, they are shorting more than 20 different ETFs containing GME. And this is likely why it seems as if GME being added to the short sale restriction list or short sale rule isn't doing anything. They work around the SSR list by still shorting the ETFs and the funds containing GME on their own downtick. So one way to destroy the ETFs is for a share callback or to do a dividend or just do a stock split or reverse stock split, anything like that, would destroy those ETFs and the hedge funds all in the same time. So thank you for that post. Next one is patience is the key. Fellow ape friends, I think that's what it says. All right, so this person basically just circled the beginning of the gamma squeeze, and they're showing that even before the gamma squeeze, there was a little bit of activity, which looks very, very similar to what we saw just there. So it looks like we're right at the beginning of the real squeeze, the short squeeze that will go to at least, well, 500. 400 is going to look very puny once it reaches boom, like 1,000 and plus. And again, I'm not going to sell until it starts to drop from whatever the peak is. It could be 10,000, could be 50,000. We don't know until we get there. And the same thing will happen with the AMC. It's going to explode. We don't know if it's going to go to 50 or 100 or 1,000. We really don't. But I mean, my prediction personally is 40, 50. I don't see it going to 100, but if it does, congratulations. That's awesome. Everyone wins. GME and AMC people. Okay. Moving on to AMC for the first time in my history. Okay, so we're here at AMC stock. It has 92,000 members. So it's significantly smaller than the GME community. If I look at the GME community, okay, so as it's loading, I'm just going to update you in Roblox. We saw a low of 66 today. So that's the lowest it's hit during trading hours. And the highest was 77 just all time. So I can easily see this going down to 50, 45, $50. So this is going to take a deep dive soon. So I wouldn't invest in this, to be honest. 203K in GME. So we have double in GME. And we also have about quadruple people online at this moment. So, I mean, the smart money is in both, but the smarter money is in GME because AMC is a great stock. It really is a good stock. If you invested in this, you're smart. But if you invested more in GME or just all in GME, you're much smarter because, as I presented in my video, AMC is going to, at the most, 40, 50, and you're going to make, a lot of money, but GME is going to 1,000 and 10,000. You're going to be a millionaire. So that's what's going on there. Let's open some posts here in AMC stock. So here's a good example. This person hit $1 million, and that's great. Congratulations for hitting a million. If we look at his position, 140,000 shares. Okay. Now, let me do some math here on the side. Okay, so this person is worth 1.9 million US. Again, if they had invested in GME, they would have made at least 4 times as much. It would be in the $4 million range, but still, 1 million is nothing to scoff at. And that's great. I'm not trying to badmouth AMC. AMC is great. It's just you're not going to make as much. That's all. Looks like a lot of these posts are about GME, funnily enough. It's not really about due diligence or just talking about memes. And GME apes telling AMC apes to sell because it's a pump and dump scam. It is not a pump and dump scam. AMC is a great company. They're going to the moon. Like they're going to, and that moon is 20, 30, 40, 50. It's not going over 100, but it's still going to make a lot. AMC apes telling GME apes to sell GME because it's a pump and dump scam. Really? You honestly think that? Neither one is a pump and dump. Me holding both and Hedgie's still bleeding. So you know what? Hold both. I think it's smart to have both. Personally, uh, I just wanted to make more money. That's why I went all in on GME, but I might rethink it. Um, I'm thinking of getting back into AMC when it drops down to $10, $11 because it might go back down tomorrow. But I'm leaning more towards GME since it dipped. Uh, someone posted this, so I'm reposting. So should you for all those who lost the 2008 crash? Okay. So their new goal is $2008 per share. And I think that's all I'll read because it's all just memes now. I'm going to look at the 3 posts that I opened here. So there are 2 posts. It says apes on the same team. I've never made a post in the AMC forum. I'm a GME ape. that holds some AMC shares. Well, you know what? I was both. I was an AMC and GME ape. I was actually an AMC ape, 1,000 shares strong, and I only had like 13 GME stock or shares. And I decided to sell half of my AMC and go into GME, and then my portfolio started increasing. And then I sold the rest. My portfolio doubled. But then again, you have to know when to buy, when to sell, and that's not easy to do. They're both great stocks, and maybe if you do both at the same time, you'll be even richer than just doing GME or AMC exclusively. So anyway, he's saying that he's a GME ape, holds some AMC shares. I wanted to make AMC apes aware of something I've noticed. Be wary of anyone that tries to slander either GameStop or AMC. And that's not what I'm doing in this channel. I'm not slandering either one. I'm only comparing that AMC's a great stock and you're going to make a lot of money with it. So I don't know how, if that's slandering. I don't know what is actual slandering. But with GME, you're going to make even more money. So either way, you're going to be rich. But do you want to be a millionaire or just have hundreds of thousands? So it's great either way. They're both good, smart plays, and they're both going to help you to be protected from a potential stock market crash. So GME and AMC, whatever one you choose, you're smart, and uh, just stick with those two for now because right now the stock market is going to crash very soon. We just don't know when. It's not a matter of if; it's a question of when. Okay, beware of anyone that tries to get you to sell either stock. And you know what? It's up to you what you want to do. Personally, I'm going to sell at certain points and then buy at certain points. And both. I'm going to do both. I haven't sold GME yet, but I have a sell price. My sell price right now, I think it's at 400, 480, something like that. I can't remember right now, but it's that point because I'm going to buy at the dip again. So not selling everything, maybe just a couple shares or maybe one share just to test it out and see how it goes. And then buy it again when it dips again. But I mean, we'll see. But I'm just going to maybe sell one share just to test the waters out, but hold the rest of my 70 something shares. So beware if anyone tries to get you to sell either stock. And again, I'm saying if you want to sell AMC, it's up to you. Personally, I would sell some. You don't have to sell all, but it's better to go with GME. I'm just using basic math. The motto is buy and hold for a reason. Even though I'm primarily a GME ape, I will not sell my stake in AMC because I know it will hurt the chances of AMC mooning. And that's his personal decision. Personally, they can do they can do what they want. I can do what I want. No one's forcing anyone to hold, and no one's forcing anyone to sell either. So again, I'm going to sell. I'm going to buy because that's a stock market. It's not the hold market. It's the stock market. You trade. Okay. I think people are getting a little ridiculous and saying that by holding or by selling whatever we do, we're going to be, you know, hedge funds don't really care in a certain rate. I mean, we can all hold, and it would be great if we all did. But to be honest, you still have hedge funds doing their tricks. So we still have to be smart. We can't just be naive and think that it's going to go to the moon if we just only hold, because if no one's buying, nothing's going to happen. You still need buyers and sellers. So I've seen posts in both forums that are trying to pit the two sides of apes against each other in an attempt to get people to sell. And I think that's very bad. We shouldn't pit GME and AMC against each other. They're both in the same vein, again, or in the same team. When GME was rising towards 350 last week before the hedge funds effery, I noticed some comments saying AMC people should sell and come to GME because AMC is a trick play and will never moon. And I never said that. People might have said that. I never said that. I think that's a very bad thing to say. But what I said on my channel is AMC people should sell and come to GME because GME is a better play because GME will make more money. Okay. And AMC will moon, but you're only going to moon to a certain level. With GME, you're going to Pluto, not just the moon. Today, with AMC rising, I see posts saying GME is a brick and mortar company that will never turn around. So I'm selling my GME and jumping into AMC. And that's also that's their choice. If they want to do that, go ahead. But you know what? We'll see what happens in the end. They're both going to moon. Except AMC will be at 50, $100 at the most. GME will be at 1,000 to a million at the most. But I personally don't think it's going to a million. I think 10,000 is probably the ceiling, but we'll see and see what happens. Wait and see what happens. They want both GME and AMC investors to sell. Yeah, yeah, there's something wrong with that. Period. Don't believe the FUD and point it out in both forums. We both can moon, but only if that nasty S word stays out of your mouths in action. So sell is the wrong word to use. Stay strong, apes. Yeah. So we're brothers, and if you want to hold, if you're an AMC ape and you want to hold, more power to you. You know, if you have a plan and vision, stick to it. Stick to it. You don't have to be influenced by what I say or what anyone says. But I'm just sharing my opinion, and it's okay to have opinions. That's what makes the internet great. I try to make peace. We come in peace. I hope this won't fall on deaf ears. I'm here to bring a message from us AMC apes. AMC is not like any of the other pump and dumps. We have been in this fight with you this whole time, waiting for the squeeze. And I agree. I've bought 1,000 shares of AMC. I was in that fight until last week when I sold my shares at $10 to $11. Our goals are your goals. AMC wants to coexist with GME, not to detract from it. All I ask is to stop spreading the narrative that AMC is a distraction, when in reality, we are just the little brother to GME. And I've never said anything like that. AMC is not a distraction. It is a great company. It's the only other stock that where your money will be safe. Anyone saying it is a distraction is a shill. And I've never said that once, that it's a distraction or a pump and dump. Never even insinuated that. There are people who have, and those are people you should not subscribe to or support. We know we couldn't have gotten this far without you, diamond-handed apes. Yeah, it's true. AMC is only up because GME is up, but I can flip it the other way and say GME is only up and strong because AMC is strong. So you gotta give credit where credit is due. A lot of people have been trading back and forth, buying AMC using their GME profits, and likewise selling AMC and buying GME. So I mean, there's no problem with that. I know a few might tell me to F off or whatever, but all I'm trying to say is AMC and GME can coexist. Yeah. We at the we at the AMC stock subreddit and Wall Street Bets Elite want you guys to F the hedges and hit the moon hard. I want you guys to win. I hope you want us to win, fellow ape in arms. And I'm just going to speak directly to the camera. I want you guys to win. I totally do. I mean, I'm not an AMC anymore, so I have no conflict of interest. But let me just point at the camera or just give you my. I want you apes to win. You AMC apes, I want you to win. I want you to go to 50. I want you to go to 100. Heck, if it goes to 2008, I want that for you too. But realistically, I only see it going to as maximum 100. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. And yeah, we can coexist because in my heart of hearts, and I'm just telling you the truth, people don't like the people who don't like me. The reason they don't is because I tell the truth, and they can't handle it. So what I'm going to tell you, and straight from the heart, not scripted. I don't read from a script. Is that my goodness? I forgot what I was going to say. See, that's how unscripted we are. Uh, okay, what am I going to say? My heart of hearts is telling me that. Okay, this is it. This is what I'm going to say. If you have money, $100, $1,000, $1,000,000, and you want to invest into the stock market, there's only two stocks in my mind that exist in the whole stock market. Those two stocks are GME, GameStop, and AMC. Any other stocks are BS in my mind. Any other stocks are BS at this moment in time. You're just going to lose your money. If it's not in one or the other, you're going to lose your money. If you invested in GameStop, man, you're a smart ape. You invested in AMC, man, you're a smart ape. Congrats. You're in the right place. You're in the right place at the right time. So, again, I know I have my opinions about AMC and GME, but the most important one is that your money is safe there. Just make sure you enter at the right, you know, entry point. You don't want to buy AMC right now when it's so high. I would personally wait for a dip. 10, $11 is pretty good, or even lower. GME, you don't want to just buy it, when it's super high either. You want to enter at a dip, which is right now, which is between, 180 to 220, 225 even. So I don't know what else to say about this. We're going to scroll down and read the comment here. Logically, if GME moons and all the apes get out with big gains, why wouldn't they want to double dip into AMC? Yeah. Could you imagine the squeeze feedback loop? Yes. If all the GME gains post squeeze were put into AMC. Yeah, this guy's a genius. Oh man, who's this barely civil? This guy's a genius. If all the GME gains post squeeze were put into AMC, and then that sets AMC off as well. Yeah, I could see that happening, man. That's actually, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put all my whatever million and put it into AMC. It's gonna go to it's gonna go to 2000 after that. So you know what? I take back what I said. It's not going to 100. It's going to $2008 because we're gonna will it into existence. We're going to pump this AMC stock with our millions once the GME starts dropping. Um, yeah, this was discussed in one of Trey's recent videos and makes a lot of sense, a ton of sense. GME could moon, and then that could be the catalyst for getting AMC to Mars. Yeah, true. Well said. I want them to be successful because I feel like it will benefit us too. A rising tide raises all ships. The point is, a lot of us apes are buying AMC because we like the stock. It's more affordable. Yeah, no, I totally get that. A lot of us small guys are putting what we can afford it to put into AMC. I have 355 shares. That's awesome, man. Where I've been buying here and there 10, 15, 25, 35 shares when I can. I probably speak for most of us under 500 because we just simply are doing what we can. If we could put into GME, we would. Trust me. No, I know, man. Don't worry, bro. Once we can make something here, we'll definitely help out on both ends, and that's my game plan. GME equals AMC, AMC equals GME. I love that formula. It's awesome. I had 1,000 shares of AMC. I sold half, then I eventually sold the rest, bought into GME. I do plan to buy some AMC, but you know what? Let's just hypothetical. GME goes to 1,000, 10,000. Okay, so let's say I'm at 1,000 per share, and so I have 70 something shares. I'll be at 76,000. What I'm going to do with that 76,000, I might take a tenth of that, $76,000. So I'll take $7,600, put it all into GME, AMC. I'm going to put it all into AMC. That's going to start to, that's going to be some rocket fuel for your trip to the moon. That's just one person. And I'm sure a lot of richer people uh, who will be making millions, they can put their 100,000 into AMC. My goodness, how many shares is that? And we're all going to hold. We're all going to hold. And GME will go to the moon, whatever, 1,000, 10,000. And AMC will then be able to go to the moon, not just 100, but yeah, 1,000, 2008. That's, I never thought I'd say that in my channel, but that's the only play. That's the only way I can see it going to 2008 is if the GME apes, we all unite on the AMC rocket ship and we use our gains once it hits 10,000 and starts to drop to maybe respectable levels. It doesn't go all the way down to 14, but you know maybe it goes down way back back down to 500 or 1,000. I don't know. Time will tell. But that's a really good idea. So this I'm going to mark this post in history called the Barely Civil post. Very an amazing post. And whatever I said in the beginning of this video, I guess it was a bunch of BS because if this play comes true, and very likely will, because GME is going to the moon, AMC is going to a certain height too, but it can only get there with our help. So GME apes have to unite and help AMC as well. That's probably the next play that we have to do. Once GME is done, AMC isn't done yet. It isn't done yet. It's only getting started. What we saw, 1,000 shares of AMC, 1,000 shares of GME, 1,000 shares of AMC. 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 1,000 in January when it got to $20, I know in my heart of hearts that easily could have went to 40, 50, maybe even 100. But again, I'm saying 50 at the, realistic level and 100 at the ceiling. But if we all GME apes, if we all take a little bit of our gains, save $1 million, whatever we end up with, and you take that 100,000, you put it towards AMC, and we all did that, and that's like, let's just say 100,000 people. So 100,000 times 100,000, my goodness, that's a lot of money. How much is that? That's 100 million. That's oh man, that's like 10 trillion. That's 10 that's ugh, can't even talk. It's 10 trillion dollars. My goodness, do you know where AMC would be? It wouldn't just go to 1,000, it might go to even 10,000. So wow, okay, that's amazing. This video just got meme epic, became an epic, and right in time for my gorilla hands to make their premiere today. So thank you very much for your time. You've been watching Apex Investor. Please like, please subscribe. If you haven't done so already, hit the notification bell. Um, I appreciate all my viewers, all my subscribers, all the all my supporters, all the comments. Even the ones that criticize me, I don't mind. Thank you very much for criticizing, critiquing, because I want to make this channel better. And I think I'm sharing my opinions. I'm not trying to make people like me. I don't really care if anyone likes me, as long as you are successful. Um, because if my portfolio doubles, and it did, but you critique me because you don't like my opinion, I don't care. What's your critique gonna do to my portfolio? Nothing. It's gonna do anything. But I do take critique, seriously if it's constructive. But if it's just something stupid, I'm not gonna listen to it. But so far I haven't had much of that. Uh, well, I've had a little bit, but it's all good. It means I'm doing something right, because if I'm not getting any comments or critique, that means nobody's watching at all. So, I thank all the viewers, whether you support me or not. Everyone's got haters. Even Uncle Bruce has got haters. Even Trey's Trades got haters. And how can you hate those two people? They're the two most lovable people in all of the stock market YouTube. They're my favorite YouTubers for the stock market. Uncle Bruce, Trey's Trades, and Quake Fingers Luke, although he's not covering the stock market or anything, much of anything these days. Okay, so I want to save people time, so I'm going to stop the video now. We'll tune in tomorrow for our daily update, and it's going to be a lot shorter video tomorrow than what we saw today. Tomorrow, I'll just cover the top losers, meme stocks, Reddit. That's all I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm phasing out Volume Kings. There's really no point to it. Volume Kings hasn't really done much for this channel. It's just a lot of curiosity. So uh, thank you for your time again. This Apex Investor, and I am signing out with my gorilla hand. Okay, I'm trying to stop the recording, but I can't even reach the stop.